some good men
Yeah.
who can inspire your boy, who can impact your son. You can't do it all by yourself. If it's a girl, yes, you can achieve, I mean, 90% success, even though a girl also needs her father very much. I am who I am because of my dad. My dad never said, oh, you are good at this, so do this. My dad will ask you, Ethel, what do you want to do? He's always asking me what I want to do. He gives me so much confidence that whatever decision I make, he supports it. I mean, he's giving me that opportunity as a dad. It makes me so confident as a woman. And he's always quick to tell me he's proud of me. And it feels so good. It feels better than hearing it from my mother. So fathers matter. I can't say it enough. Fathers matter. So no matter how economically empowered you are as a woman, no matter how intellectually empowered you are as a woman, whatever you have, you need that father figure for your son. It matters. So that he can also be a good father. Because you are playing a role of a mother and not a father. Yes, you are providing for him, but you are not a father. He needs that totality. So he can even have the peace of mind to grow as a full balanced human being. So let's not play down on the role of fathers in our boys' life. It matters. It matters so much.
Now, Etta, I'm going to raise a few. The things you've raised are critical for consideration of mothers. For instance, what you just said, that the boy needs the father figure or a father's presence to be balanced. And we know that the brain has two sides, largely. One side which is very much based on aesthetics and the other part inclined towards logic. And you need both to be functional as a human being who is thinking right. Now, what will happen if we build boys and break down we build our girls and break down our boys? What will happen?
So, yes. So naturally, boys will grow up to be men who are not confident because there will be these powerful girls around them. And if a man is not confident, there are very destructive ways in which he shows it. He will be a bully. He may be an abuser because his DNA cannot take it. A man naturally has ego. So here is a woman who is bustling with confidence. And I mean, she knows her game. And you are in the same office with a woman who is always praised that she knows her game. She's doing well. She's bringing in all the money into the company. She's got the numbers. And you are a man. There's nothing going into your credit. Naturally, if a man is not brought up well to be naturally confident, he may be a bully. He may be sarcastic. He may be an abuser because he wasn't raised to have confidence in himself, to believe in himself, to even love himself. That's one thing I forgot to say. We need to be intentional about teaching our boys to love themselves, because it all starts with you, loving you, self-love, believing in your gifts and your abilities. So if we decide to ignore boys and not to build boys, you see, your girl, you can empower your girl as much as you want, but she'll end up working in an environment where there are men. She'll marry. If she decides not to marry, fine, but she'll work. If she marries, she'll have this man who doesn't believe in, female power, who doesn't believe in a woman, having it all. And it could cause big problems in their marriage, That's why we have soaring divorce rates, misunderstanding. The man sometimes doesn't, feel respected because he thinks that a woman who has it all, naturally he has it in his prejudice that a woman who has it all doesn't respect. But it's just that the woman has been taught, like how my father taught me, to express myself, to have an opinion, So another also damaging thing that not building boys and empowering girls so much can do is for women to marry down. Okay, so the men are not available. Well, my father says, I'll manage him. I can change him. That's fallacy that women have, that you can change a man. It doesn't happen anywhere, you know. So it'll cause girls or women to marry down. You marry what is available, or it'll cause some women to just have babies with men. And I mean, you can go to hell. I have my child, and that will really break society down.
It's happening already.
Yes,
it's happening. The whole baby mom thing is based on that philosophy, isn't it?
Exactly, and it's disgusting. You know, that is not what God meant it to be. You know, so we must nib it in the bud by raising confident, bold boys who love themselves and who appreciate why they are here on earth. You know, so this is what I can say.
Thank you very much. I mean, on Time with Amos, Kevin-Annan, we aim at 3 basic things when it comes to the men. The first one is we are hoping to build bold and believable boys. You know, we need boys who are bold, who are believable, who accept themselves as boys. The whole drive where the boys are beginning to look down upon themselves, feel very awkward in the male or masculine body, is a real concern for some of us. Then we take it a notch higher, grooming godly gentlemen. And so on all the platforms, we have mothers speaking, we have aunties coming in, and then we have uncles and dads also speaking, so that they hear what it means to grow up into a godly gentleman. And then the third and more critical one is mending men who have the mandate. You see, men have a mandate, a primary mandate of nurturing in partnership with their spouses. Now, unfortunately, many of them have taken a laid-back posture because they don't matter anymore. So this is what Time with Amos is seeking to do for the male community, for boys, for men, for fathers and sons, so that we can move on. Now, let's look at the issue of health. Now, what will happen if our girls are healthier and our young boys are unhealthy? Because many times you hear health issues, nothing is said about boys. Men, as for men, don't even go there. It's the girl child and the woman. Every health issue is related to them. Now, what about if we leave our boys unhealthy?
Yeah, so, I mean, I will not say that we focus so much on the girls' health, leaving the boys. You know, with the girls, yes, the boys' health is also important, but with the girls, right from adolescents, their menses and all that, you know, it leads into other problems, you know, for a girl child. Yes, so naturally we tend to pay attention to the girls, excuse me. So naturally we tend to pay attention to the girls, but we must start teaching our boys to own their health, okay? Because we realize that men, let me use my husband as an example. When my husband is not feeling well, and you say, oh, now go hospital and check up. Oh, I'm fine.
I'm fine.
I'm fine. When I am not well or my daughters are not well, the next morning he's like, mumbasing, like, go to take them now.
You're speaking for some men as well.
Yes. So I think that we must teach our young boys to own their health. So at an early age, we must teach boys that, hey, you should check what you eat.
Exactly.
As they are growing up, we take them to test their eye, their ear, you know, so that it will be a culture for them. So they'll own their personal health. I mean, we all have to do it. I mean, we all have to own our health. You know, nobody has to do it for you. So I think it behoves on us parents to start those things early, brushing their teeth, making sure they see the dentist every 6 months, so it becomes a culture.
So personal hygiene must be a personal responsibility.
Exactly.
That's very important.
Because some marriages are breaking because the man has bad breath. He doesn't take care of his body. So the woman has a problem having intimacy with him. And, you know, as petty as that. So we must teach our boys to own their personal health and personal hygiene.
That's good. I mean, of course, I mean, globally, when you look at it, women tend to be more healthier than men. And given all the interventions that are also put in place, the health of women are, you know, a notch higher than that of the men. You're always driven by security.
Teach it early.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, just, you heard about the brouhaha on the Menstrual Health Week day that was commemorated. And somebody put up an event to talk about menses and decided to do one with men. And people started asking, what has men got to do? What have they got to do with menses and menstrual health and hygiene? And I was like, whoo, I had to take time to engage some women on social media, showing them that my work with the young people, I've had to teach girls how to calculate their own menses. And I did that as a male, you know. But
and
of course,
think it's a very positive move. It's a very positive move to see men. It's just that our culture, for a long time now, it's been such that men don't discuss certain things openly. So I saw people lashing out, you know, when they should be happy. When they should be happy that we now have men coming forward. This is what we do to our men. And we notice that they call back into their shell. So a man comes to help a wife in the kitchen. Now they were You see, so these are the things that we mothers and we women must actually unlearn so that we can build healthy boys, healthy future fathers, and healthy men in our society.
Well, just before we wind down and call it a day, is past 8, and we don't intend to extend it any further than we have done so far. But we have seen, for instance, when you go for graduations and what have you, at the uni level, that the girls are doing very well, and today they are very advantaged. I've had conversations with some young men, and they seem very troubled, very overwhelmed by the successes of the girls. And they don't particularly appear to be doing that well. What can we do to challenge our boys to match up to the girls, not necessarily in the area of competition, but to inspire themselves to also rise from the doldrums that they may find themselves at the moment? And also, some have a casual attitude towards life. For that reason, they are not that ambitious as they should be, because the drive is virtually not there. How do we get them to get back into that mode?
Yeah, so you see, like interventions like Uncle Amos, I'm trying very hard to mention your name right.
Oh, just call me Amos. I mean, I'm cool. It's Amos, Time with Amos.
Yes. So some interventions like ours, like what you do, I mean, for young people, what I do, what other people do for young people, should also kind of start focusing on the males and their problems. For a long time, we've brushed over it. I mean, we don't consider that men also have issues or boys have issues. So you see people going to the universities to have empowerment summits with girls. What for girls? But there's nothing intentional for the boys. So we need to create avenues for boys to vent. Whenever you hear of mentorship programs, it's all about girls, it's all about women mentoring girls. We don't hear of men coming out to mentor boys deliberately. I mean, so I think we have to be intentional, as you and I are doing, targeting boys in institutions, you know, in schools. We need to do more of that, and I think that will make a headway. We need to make the boy or the future man feel that you matter, and whatever you are going through matters to society. Because hey, if the boy doesn't get it right, the family is messed up. You know.
Say that again. Say that again.
Yes. If we don't raise our boys right, his future family is messed up big time. The woman can try. I mean, I respect mothers who have so handedly, I mean, raised great men. Barack Obama is a product of a single mother. But I mean, we have few of such cases. But most of the time, boys with less fatherly attention have so many issues, drug issues, they drop out of school at the university level. The girls get pregnant because she doesn't have that fatherly involvement. So any man that comes around, she's tagging along. And I mean, the boys end up in prison. I did a prison ministry last year, and I mean, there were only 9 girls in detention camp, and the rest were boys, about 170 boys. So you see that boys are craving for that fatherly, guidance. They don't have it. They don't have it, and it's about time we act fastly and swiftly and more deliberately about raising our boys right and giving them all the tools they need, just as we do for the girls, so we can have better families and the society will thrive better. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Ethel, for spending your time with us. I want to give you a minute to tell us about Genius Shapers Africa, because a couple of months back, you honored myself together with 5 other men to be mentors of boys. And so I want you to share what you do and how people can get in touch with you, because we need what you're offering to the world.
So, I mean, time is fast spent. So
let's go ahead
and
share.
That, okay. So Junior Shapers Africa is dedicated to raising boys' rights. And so we do this through teaching them values. I mean, every boy is a potential leader. He's a father. He's going to be a father. Even if he's not going to raise his own children, he's going to be a Catholic priest. He will be a father. So we teach them values, integrity, I mean, hard work, discipline, love. Values are very important. We also teach them life skills. We realize that we invest so much in girls when it comes to life skills. So as the COVID-19 pandemic has taken over the world, there are more jobless men than women, because women can find ways and means to survive. They can cook breakfast, or they can cook some rice and just put it on online and start selling, But it's hard for men, especially African men, to quickly reinvent themselves because they don't have skills. So we are very deliberate about teaching skills. We should see our boys making soap, making all sorts of things, with their hands. I am very passionate about seeing boys using their hands, so that if life hits you hard, you have your hands to work with. There's this IT man who was interviewed on Joy News 2 days ago, and he has an IT firm. He provides IT support for schools. Now that schools are no longer, functioning like as we know it, he's selling fried rice.
Oh, wow.
And I think this is a skill. Yes, and probably this is a skill he might have got from his mother, So, and he's doing so well. They interviewed people who had come to his restaurant. He just has a small place, and they love his food. And he's feeding his family. That's the bottom line. You're feeding your family. You're providing for your family. So life skills is what we really focus on at JSA. It's called JSA for short. And we teach them about SDGs, sustainable development goals, so that they can also solve world issues, as they grow. They'll be part of solving problems in the world. We do all this through coaching sessions. This Sunday, we are starting our 10-week coaching session on goal setting for boys. Our boys grow up, and sometimes they have to figure things out the hard way. But if they had been taught goal setting from the beginning, it's easy for women to get in tune with these things. It's in our DNA. There's some things we don't have to be lectured that much. You just need a woman, a mother in your life to show you, Yenise. But boys, we have to be intentional, teaching them these things. So a boy must have academic goals, spiritual goals, family goals. Even if he's a boy now, he should have it now. So we're going to take 10 weeks to teach our boys these things, so that they'll have it for a lifetime. So you can contact me on 0244 605 206.
Please repeat your number again.
0244 605-206. Or I'm Junior Shapers Africa. I'm online. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. We have a website, Junior Shapers Africa. So Uncle Amos, I am so grateful for this opportunity. The little I know. Yes.
Oh, thank you so much, Ethel, for spending your Monday evening with us. And we want to thank your husband and your daughters for giving you the space to be live on without any interruption whatsoever. It's a blessing to be sharing in the partnership that the Lord has given us. I want to thank you sincerely for this. And next week, we are going to continue now looking at the issues of gentlemen. And we are going to have Dr. C.J. Buckman joining us all the way from the United Kingdom. And he's speaking to the subject, Gentlemen for God and Good to Girls. We need to raise men who are godly, but they must also be earthly relevant. And so how does a man become good to girls, women, and all that, whilst he's serving God? Preach Media is 5 years old, and from the last month, and the celebration ongoing now that climaxes in September. So stay tuned in. There will be more. If you want to have any event and you want Preach Media to assist you with coverage, they have full array of support that they offer, from studio services to on-site publicity, live feeds, and what have you. You can call them on 055-810-5859. To be able to reach Preach Media, 055-810-5859. And their offices are located around the Women's Hospital. That is directly opposite the Women's Hospital if you're using the Community 8 and 7 traffic light. When you join the traffic light from the motorway, you turn to your right. If you're coming from the motorway, you take right after General Hospital and all the stretch. You see the Women's Hospital, and then you branch in. There's a washing bay just after the traffic light. Right after the washing bay, you turn right again, and you come straight, and you find the Preach Media office. I want to encourage you to use their services. They've been of enormous blessing to us. This is the studio where we are beaming this live to your homes or wherever you are. And the graphics work has been done by DWEX Graphics, and they have been awesome as well. We'll put all their details out, and we hope to have a good time this month of June, which we call Shades of Blue. And it's Time with Amos, Kevin-Annan. A lot more activities will be unfolding. And like we said, the whole month of July is going to be dedicated to women. And we want to do a lot to also celebrate our women folk. And so stay tuned in until we connect again. Let me leave you with this thought that Ethel shared. She says that our boys are not mini versions or miniature versions of us as fathers. They also have to have a voice so that they'll be able to speak to our hearing. When a boy's voice is not heard, they become something other than human. And we want to create space for the boys to be heard so that they grow up also being able to appropriately convey their feelings, communicate their thoughts, share their ideas, and disclose the things they are processing internally. We have a duty to raise our boys right. We can pick them from whether or not we classify them as bad boys and bring them to a place where they are called blessed boys. We've been joined by people from Kenya, from Ghana, from South Africa, from the United States, from the UK, from all over the places. Thank you so much. I see Mama Tess, Dr. Tess from Kenya, a missionary all the way there. Oh, Foriwa, hey, Foriwa, how are you? Thank you. And thank you, she says, thank you, Mrs. Marfo, for the insightful and inspiring ways of shaping our boys to become responsible men for the benefit of society. Thank you so much. And she says, this is priceless information. I always tell people, my friends are priceless because you can pay them, you can buy them. They offer their services in the furtherance of our work for humanity. So, beloved, thank you once again. And we love you. Thank you for joining us. And next week, Monday, if God tarries in the form of Jesus, we will be right here in the studio. And it's going to be 7 p.m. And we are discussing gentlemen for God and good to girls. And we will have C.J. Buckman, the man called Abeku, joining us all the way from the United Kingdom. I mean, if you haven't heard a man who is so passionate about boys and men, you've got to hear C.J. Buckman. He does it. He says, what a man is going to do, a man is going to do what a man is going to do. Thank you. I hope I quoted him right. C.J., you are watching us. God bless you for availing yourself. And till we come your way again, this has been Time with Amos. And this is your brother and friend, Amos Kevin-Annan. We are serving you. Thank you. And stay tuned in. Connect with you next week, Monday, same time, same place.